I just downloaded that Vega from my site, MediaFire, got it in here. Everything was completely shot. Every one of the folders and files were totally corrupted. They have little white spots in front of them. I don't understand that at all, but that I'm going to have to take it right off there. It's like these. They've got the little white spot in front of them. That was not good. So what we're going to do is something a little different here. Wow, that is weird. I'll have to pull that right. See, look, it's right in here. Let me do this. Let me make this smaller so we can see it. I'll show you. If yours looks anything like this, it's just garbage. Let me do this. Here we go. NVIDIA control panel. Here we go. Give me just a minute. 1080p. Apply. So you can see it good. Okay. All right. If your folder looks anything like this and you open it up, oh shit. Oh, that's right. It's in the friggin' recycle bin. No wonder. Hang on. Bear with me a minute. Let's get it out here where we can see it. I don't understand what happened, but it's completely encrypted. Absolutely garbage. Just bear with me a minute. I don't know why it's taking this long. And it shouldn't have opened up like that. I don't know what's going on. And it shouldn't take this long either. Just bear with me. This is a new one. Shouldn't have made fun of Zuckerberg. He must be pissed off. I don't know. That is ridiculous. It shouldn't take this long. There it is, though. All right, let's open it up. Now, look at this. See this little dot bullshit? Watch this. Now let's see. Let's open up your textures. Yeah, see, it's full of shit, which means you got the new one. But if you've got these little dots in front of everything, they're worthless. See, everything is worthless. Yeah, you don't even see the flames. You see this bullshit. It's fucked up. It's completely shot. I'll pull that right off the site. This is not the way it's supposed to look at all. So you look into here. You try to open up the drive line. It's encrypted bullshit. Well, let's try it with a different program. Open with Notepad. Worthless. Look at this. Mac OS X completely. It's quarantined. Apple quarantined. Worthless. Absolutely no good. I don't even think it would run, to be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. I just fetched it right now off the... it's news to me. I'll get rid of that thing. All right. Oh, let's see if we can get you one that's going to work. Oh, this is fucked up. I don't know if it's happening from MediaFire or if MediaFire's something's wrong with it. I couldn't tell you. Go to the C drive, 86, Steam apps, common, Assetto, content, cars. Okay. There's the Vega right there. Chevy Vega. See, there's 5.9. That's today. Told you I was working on it. Let's open him up. See, notice there's none of that bullshit. I wish I had more room, but I don't. I've run out of real estate. Okay, let's look at the textures. Okay, this is what we've got. See, we've got all kinds of cool shit inside this textures thing. And this is what you need to do if you're going to add different wheels and different things to it. You have to be able to get into here to do that. What the fuck is that noise? Boy, it's a spooky fucking night. Like this. There's all the vehicle lights and shit. There's the tires right there. The Goodyear Polyglass. See these? All that stuff. Skin base. This is all stuff to... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your 4 tires. If you want different tires, you could add them. But they would be added to this texture folder. Okay? Now here's the flames for this. Let's hope this is going to work. Yeah, there we go. See, these are nice. And these are modded flames from here down, so they're extra big. Okay. Now, what we need to do, though, is go into the data. And what we want to do, Michael, is we want to come down to the setup. Now, this I'm going to open with this here because it won't do any harm. It's just kind of big. All right. Now, this car, see wing 0 and wing 3? Well, that isn't what it should look like. That should also be a 0. Now, file, save. Let's see if it'll do it. All right, let's get out of here and see if it did it. Just bear with me a minute. Now, let's do it again. This time we're going to open it up. Where's open with Notepad so we can understand what we're looking at. Okay. Wing 0. Wing 0. Now, I'm going to show you why we do that. Because when Donnie built this car, let's open with Notepad. When Donnie built this car, the name of the body, the car body itself, is named Wing 0. Okay? So if you want the wing to work, and look at all this amazing stuff that he can write this shit. I can't. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't even want to know. I know just enough to be trouble. But you don't see any. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wing 2 is rear. Okay, look at that. Wing number 2 is rear. That is I'm glad I saw that. I didn't know that till just now. I would have assumed it, but I didn't know it for sure. Wing 2, okay? The body is wing 0, but the back of the car is wing 2. Okay. Better than wing wang. Well, enough of that. Come on. So, okay, we learned something. So now we got to come back to setup, and we're going to open it with this again. Now, wing 2. Okay? Wing 0 and wing 2, and 2 wongs don't make a white. I just couldn't resist. Fucking retard, gone to seed. Okay. Now listen. This is, you can have 0 wing, or you can have it up to 37. I got 37 in the back, 33 in the front. That should be more than enough. But what we want to do is we want to go now to, actually we do want to go back to setups. We just got to go farther down. Now wait a minute, suspensions. Right here to suspension. Let's go to suspension. Let's open it with Notepad. Golly, there's just not much room. Just barely enough room to do this. Okay. All right. Here's your ABR. Front is 64,000 and rear is 60,000. That's the anti-roll bar stiffness. It's what makes it from being wishy-washy when you go into corners. Okay, now here's the tracking on the front. 1.490, okay? That's pretty easy to understand. 1.390 in the back because they're a lot wider, which makes sense. And the hub mass, 74.5, and you'll notice it's only 74, which that must be from aluminum. Now rear, now let's see, what do we want? We want, now here's your graphical offsets. And they're really not that hard to understand. You have to read it though. All right, the graphical offset of the wheel positioning in the x-axis is width. X-axis means width. If it's a plus, it's left. If it's a minus, it's right. So right here you can see that if you needed to move the tires out further than what they are, which you don't have to, only with real stubborn shit do you have to do this. And you would have to put a plus where the left is. Left is, so there'd be a plus here, a plus there, a plus there, and a plus there. The rest are minuses. Okay? And that would be the way that it looks. Now, we are going to get, out of here. We haven't done anything, so we're going to get out of there. But what we want to do is go back to setups, because I want to give you a little more than what the car has. Okay? And I'll explain to you real quick. Here's your tire pressure, 12 to 44. Now, the right tire pressure for experimental slicks I've found to be 18 in the front, 16 in the back. You can go 20 and 18, but that's the ratio. Now, here's the suspension. This is what we need to do. Spring rate. This is the strength of the springs. And this is the right front. See this right front? Maximum is 94. Let's make it 124. 124 is the max. So remember, right front. Left front. 124. This will give you the ability to raise the front end up higher if you want to. Okay? Now here's the suspension tab. Max is 1900. And minus 90. I think that's plenty, to be perfectly honest. The rod length, I think that's plenty. Now let's look at this. Rod length in the back, 1900. Okay? Now, we do want to be able to go up higher with the rate in the back. Left rear. So what we're going to do, instead of 94, we're going to put 164. Okay? Now we want to, again, go down and do the same thing here. 164. Now there's absolutely no reason you can't get those tires up as high as you want to do it now. Now remember, let's check what we just did. 164 left rear. 164 right rear. Now that's going to be fine. And the ABR, 70,000. Now see, this isn't matching at all. Remember what we saw before? ABR in the front is 70,000. ABR in the back is 72,000. Okay? That doesn't match what we just read before, does it? Let's, as far as the camber, you're fine. Mac 2, wait a minute. Left front, 2.5 max is where you can go, and minus 5 that way. I know it's enough. I know it's enough because it's always been enough. Okay, now let's see what else we've got. Not going to monkey with the dampeners, just bear with me. Differential power, minimum, you can go to maximum to 95. Well, we're going to go to 100. This is how you do these things. Differential coast, minimum 5, which would be real grippy, or maximum 95, which would be loose as a goose. So we're going to leave it that alone. Differential preload, 0 to 200, fine. Brake bias, minimum 53, maximum 94 or 74. 80%. And why have the oddball? As a matter of fact, minimum of 10, maximum of 80. Okay, that's for your front brakes. Now power brakes multi, max is, oh, minimum's 90. That ain't jack shit. Our minimum is now going to be 40, and the max is now going to be 200. So you can really adjust the brakes up if you need to. Steering assist 0 to 200. Fuel 121. Final gear ratio, which I can't see because I ran out of real estate, but we're not going to monkey with that. Okay? Now, let's run this thing back up forward. Let's move this over where I can see file and just hit save. Okay? Now let's get out of here and let's go check it again. This time we're going to check it with Notepad. I just want to be able to see. Now wait, I can probably move this thing over this way a little bit. There's a brain that works somewhere. Okay. Now see, this is named Arrow, Wing 0, Wing 2. And I'm going to show you why. I haven't forgotten, so bear with me. Let's just zip right down here to where we were with our 121, 200, 200. Yes, it's everything stayed. Front bias. Yeah, you don't need more than 80% front brakes. You sure as fuck don't want 100% front brakes. It'd be horrible. Okay, you're happy. It should be perfectly fine. Let's get out of here. And we got now was 70 and what? Oh, balls. Hang on, it was 70, the ABR. Just bear with me a second. There it is, ABR. 72 rear, 70,000 front. Okay, let's go to the car. Isn't that where we saw it? It must have been. Yes, it was. 640 is the lock. No, it wasn't here. There's the name of it. Okay. It had to be in suspensions then. Okay. Yeah, ABR. Right. Just remember? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Which one was which? Front is 64. Rear is 60. Fuck. You know, that's what's nice about being able to have two things open at once. Is you can do this. Let's do that. Fuck it. What an old tire biter. All right. Get this thing back up there. 64 and just this, yeah. I'm tired. Bear with me. I've been up a long time today. 72 rear, 70 front. Okay? Okay. They match now. 72 rear. Okay. File. Save. Okay. Now that's going to match. That's something that I didn't do. So we just fixed that one. Let's take a look at your power. Open with Notepad. Okay. Okay, see, it goes to 11,000 RPMs. Now, Michael, if you have a problem, no, not that you had the problem, but if the car sound stops at 8,000, you can simply just take these and get rid of them. Or put zeros at the end of here, and it'll only go to as high as the sound is. And you can adjust these numbers any way you want to whatever horsepower you want. Obviously, RPMs are on one side, and the horsepower that they produce at that RPM is on the other. I'm going to leave it at 11,000 because the car really runs good like that. So you should be happy. Now, I don't think there's any other change to this. Now, the skins, on the other hand, there's a couple of extra ones in here that are really pretty. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a copy of this car right here, and it's on its way to you. Oh, I wanted to show you. Okay. All right, let me do it this way. I'm running out of room here. Nothing under there? Okay, nothing up my sleeve. So let's go over here. Let's go to computer. Let's go to removable. All right, see, some of these little fucking spots, I don't like that shit either. Tonight's mods. Okay. Okay, let's not monkey with that. Let's get oh fuck, I gotta have a brand new folder. Okay. The new folder will work just fine. Let's open them up. There's my new folder. Okay, Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it right here. Now that'll scoot right over there nice, and we're going to check it to make sure it's happy. I can't give you the AD Celine S7TT. That's an Aceto drive card, and I promised Alexander Show Me Best, which is the name of the guy, that I would never share their mods because they're like $3-4 a piece. They're extremely not a lot of money. Trust me, they really not. But I can't share them. But you are getting the sound of that car in this Vega. If you had the content manager, it'd be easy for you to change sounds to any sound you want. But if you don't have it, which believe me, I understand. Let's open him up here quick. Well, wait a minute. Let's do one more thing. There. See this little guy? KN5 converter. I'm going to leave him in the car. You take this out because it's an application file that you don't need in the car to run it. It usually doesn't hurt a thing. But I don't know. But in the early mods, a lot of them had this thing in it. It's a wonderful little tool to open up your textures folder so you can see what's in there. Without that little tool, you can't. That's the key to get into your textures thing. So let's look at this. Let's look at oak carbon. Let's look at preview. All right, it looks a little creepy, but not terrible. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. That's that one. Hang on. Just bear with. This is the one. Yeah, this is excellent. This is the carbon fiber one that you saw in your thank you deal. Now it says blue, but don't let that fool you. It's not really blue. Don't worry. Just today's date. This is the one you want. Alrighty. Let's go back to here. Everything's fine. Just remember, take this little guy out. You just take him out and set him somewhere else. Or leave him in. I don't think it's going to make that much difference. But I am going to give you this car too as a present. So there you go. You'll have that little cute little guy. He's not all that fast. He's a little sweetheart. You'll like him. And the sound that I'm using is from the KS Porsche 935 78 Moby Dick. That's the sound that I use for the little Liger. Liger? Whatever he is. But there he is right there. So you're good to go. That's in the new folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get out of here. Bring this over. And I'm going to take this. Zip 7. Compress an email. It won't just compress, the dirty bastard. I don't know why that is. But I'll have to do it with Kika and hope it doesn't fuck it up. But I'll do the best I can. New folder. What I'm going to do is I'll compress this whole folder. And you just grab this on MediaFire in just a few minutes. Because it'll take less than a half an hour. And it's 11:22 here right now. So just give me a moment to get this done. And we'll be good to go. I can start closing Windows out. Changes to developer. What the fuck? New name for profile. Okay, now he's happy. Now I can get rid of this. Okay. What's the problem with this thing? Oh, nothing. It wants to go back to native again. Okay, we can do that. Why it fucks with your eyes a little bit. Okay, everybody's happy now? It ain't happy. Well, it's going to be happy enough. Now, we're done? We're done. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, I'm still recording. No wonder the thing freaked the fuck out. Okay, well I gotta go. I'll box this up and it'll be a short video, kind of a foolish video, but I'll have something for you. So don't you worry. Hang in there and we'll make this right. At least you're gonna have a nice Vega. Oh, I didn't look at the friggin'. That's why I wanted to do that. Shit. Well, hang on a minute. Hang on. Don't go ape shit. That's easy to do. There he is right there, as a matter of fact. So let's just, excellent, excellent. Watch this. CM showroom. Dude, there is. There is chrome around here. There's chrome around this one. And there is here too, but you have to lift the car up. Once the car is lifted up, you'll see the chrome. There is chrome there. See it? Right there, buddy. We can get even closer. Fuck. It's not easy, but you can see it. There's definitely chrome. There's definitely chrome on that one. So don't you worry. You'll have the one with chrome. This is the one that I just gave you right here and now. So you'll have it. Isn't that nice? Look at the job Donnie. Now, if you had the content manager, you'd be able to go into the showroom and really take a close look at this shit. It's really quite amazing. Now, what I wish I had the ability to lift the car up and keep it to where it should be, but I can't. So you're going to want to lift the front end, lift the back end. The back end's got to go way up. Don't worry about the car being slanted like a 15-year-old kid with his first fucking hot rod. It's just, look at the size of the meats in the back. You got these huge ass tires, and they're not fucking adjusted right. Fuck. Are you shitting me? I think they are in the car. I don't think like this they are, but they're gonna be fine. Otherwise, this is what you would do. You'd go to car parameters, and you would come down to align using data. Ah, shit. And you would do, are you shitting me? All right. Hang on a minute. Rear camber. And you bring the tires to where they, see, are you watching this? Actually, what I'll do is, fuck that. I'll show you how the car's supposed to look. All right, rear base. Let's get him up in the air. All right, there's the rear base. And you do see it now. Let's see the front base. You'll come up about to here. And your front camber will come out to about there. That's still not quite right yet. Let me make sure the back ones are okay. If you look underneath here, you can see that there's a little bit showing. I got to make sure I'm on the right one. Rear camber. All right, so you definitely don't want them like that. So you roll it right in nice until it sits happy. Okay? And you look by eye. And you can see that not only does the front have to come up just a whisker more, actually the tires should come out. Hang on a minute. Let me get this thing to where it goes. Front width should come out just a whisker more than what it is. Okay. Now that looks pretty damn good. I'm glad I can show you. Now, I'm surprised. Yours is going to go up more than this. See, this is all the way jacked as high as I can get it here. Is it just yours that's got the... Maybe it's just yours I just fixed. Because yours is going to go up higher than this, Michael. I can tell you that much right now. And you definitely do have the chrome. And it's not touching in the front on the edge. You can see that. Let's see if I can get, it's a little hard to get, yeah, it could come back just a whisker more, but I think it looks good. But this is basically what you want. You want it to sit like a Pro Street. Yeah, let's see. Well, those tires aren't right in the front. Front camber. Don't fuck with the toe. See, that was too much. You want them right there. And the rear camber, obviously, what we're trying to do is by eye get as much rubber touching the road at any one time as we possibly can. Just seems to make sense to me. That's the object of the whole thing. Okay, now that's the way it's supposed to be. Now you're going to be able to raise it up more because I've lengthened the things that this one doesn't have lengthened. I still don't think the front tires are right. Oh, they're not right. Fucking A. You see, this could do a lot of dinking around. That looks pretty good. So when you do that, you just hit update model, boom. And it writes a whole brand new schematic for the car. I mean, it takes out the car's blueprint and just puts that blueprint we just did into it. Now, isn't that gorgeous? Take a look at that friggin' puppy. Now, the reason why we had to name the things different is because this little guy is called Wing 1. So that if I named anything else Wing 1, this thing ain't going to work up and down, this little actuator here. He had to name it something, and that's what it is. The cable that works this open the butterflies deal is called Wing 1, so that's why it couldn't be that way. Okay? So now you know how you do that. And we can get right out of here. We just have to hit escape. And there we go. Now this is obviously not the car you just got because it's here. But the one you got is going to be perfectly fine. And that's going to show you how to do it. Okay, buddy? Okay. You have a good day. And I want to thank you again. That was very, very nice of you to do that video using this car. Thank you so much. You've really relieved a great deal of stress in me because I didn't understand why my cars were not good enough to drive when I love them. And I just want to share them with other people. That's all. I didn't understand. You get a car from this guy, that guy that I've never heard of before, and you drive those. But mine, nobody wants to. I mean, it was strange. Some people really like them, other people disdain them, and I didn't understand. I just wanted some feedback. That's all. Just some feedback. That's all I wanted. And I appreciate it. It was just fucking. See, here's the original. Now look, here's the KN5 file to that car. As a matter of fact, no, I don't want to delete it. I want to take it out of there, and I'm going to save it just in case I don't like what I just did. I've got the KN5 file right here for that little Vega. That's the blueprint to the little guy, and he'll obey that thing right there. Okay, thank you again. Bye-bye, buddy. I hope you like this. Have a good day. A good day.